Hey guys, welcome to episode... What is this? Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of the Markwood Men's Breakfast Club. I am Seth, also known as Boy, affectionately, most of the time.
And hi, I'm Scott from aristocob.com.
We're related. Bet you can't guess how.
And Boy, what do you call me?
I call him Homer. That's a Simpsons reference.
It goes along with Boy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Homer calls Bart, his son, Boy, and
what do I call Dana?
Toaster.
I call our daughter Toaster.
A great episode.
Also from The Simpsons.
Yeah. We'll talk about that for a second. In this episode of The Simpsons, Homer always calls Bart, his oldest son, Boy. And one day, my dad decided to call me Boy, and I said, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, okay, Homer." And it has stuck. And so I never call him by his name. And he never calls me by my name most of the time. Usually it's Boy and Homer. And so it's really difficult in this setting where now most of you know me as Boy, but none of you know him as Homer. Mm-hmm. It's difficult not to call him Homer. And in that episode, or one of the episodes, Homer Simpson is going away. He thinks he's going to die or something, and so he upgrades all of the children.
So Boy, you're going to be the man of the house.
You're the man of the house. And Lisa, you're Boy. And Maggie, you're Toaster. So my sister's been Toaster since then.
Well, but she's also Stinks. She's been Stinks since birth. And more times than not, we call her Stinks. And when she turned, I don't know, maybe 12 or 13, we decided maybe we shouldn't call her Stinks. It's probably going to be embarrassing for her.
Probably something with self-esteem.
So we agreed that let's call her by the first nickname we had for her, which was Bo, which came from telling people on the day she was born that her name was Dana Bobana, as in, you know, the
Banana Fana Fofana.
The lyrics of the song, and then shortened that to Bo. So for years as a young child, we called her Bo, and then Stinks, which was for obvious reasons. So she comes home from school one day, and my bride is calling her Bo. "Hey, Bo, can you get me this? Can you get me that?" And Bo was always in there. It just wasn't the predominant name. Then I came home from work, and I said, "Hey, so Bo, how was school today?" And she stopped dead in her tracks, and she looked at my wife and I, and she said, "All right, guys, what's up? I'm Stinks." So since that moment on, she has, you know, she chose that name. She ratified it.
Yeah, we talked in a previous episode about the nickname for the grandchildren, his grandchildren, and yeah, we were not free from that either.
You weren't spared from that. You were Booper for many years.
I was Booper, and my uncle reversed that, called me Repoob, one of my favorite ones. I like that quite a bit.
I can Repoob too.
Hey,
so what are we smoking there? You know, I don't know how to pronounce this. This is Rattray's old... How would you pronounce that? Gowrie? Gowrie?
Gowrie.
Gowrie?
Old Gowrie.
That's just a straight up Virginia, if I recall correctly. It's one of those tobaccos, if I smoke it too much, my wife thinks I've been smoking cigarettes, which I've never smoked. But because cigarettes are mostly Virginia tobaccos, kind of has that taste to it.
Why? So it's very decorative on the back of the can.
It has Native Americans.
Yes. A Native American.
And where's it?
Standing by some tobacco. There is a Yankee Doodle Dandy standing next to one of the Indians.
A Beau Brummel, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. And then there's this thing that it looks like an urn that you would find ash in, and it says Old Gowrie on it. No, it does.
That looks like an apothecary container, like you would go to the apothecary, drugstore.
No, it definitely looks like
your tobacco.
No, it definitely looks like
an urn.
Poor old Gowrie died, and so they mixed him with the tobacco. The top of it is also quite formidable looking.
Yeah.
It almost looks like
It looks like it's a cold day in Old Gowrie.
I was going to say, it looked like a baby's bottle a little bit, but...
You go with that, too. Baby bottles look like
Same
A cold
same,
day.
Same word, different connotation. So how is it?
I like it.
It tastes like dead people.
I like it. This is one of those tobaccos, though, that I have to pay attention and smoke it slowly because Virginia has a lot of natural, Virginia tobaccos have a lot of natural sugar in them. And sugar, of course, burns. And I'll get a tongue bite if I'm smoking this too quickly. Which you do with any tobacco anyway.
Yeah.
But be careful.
Those of you who are paying attention might have noticed that I've gone back to the tiny pipe because the big one was just too much pipe for me. Last week. Last week. Of course.
And I've gone to the big pipe because the little one is just too little for me.
Yeah.
Last week.
So, what are we talking about today?
I got a couple things. One of the things I wanted to talk about is I figure, since we're in sort of the countdown to Christmas, that I would share yet another cool tool that I have found recently. And actually the tool that I want to share with you isn't something that's brand new, but something that I have found quite handy recently, and they are reasonably priced.
Yeah.
And that is this really interesting Cobalt screwdriver. Cobalt is a line of tools that's available from Lowe's. I think it's Lowe's. And the screwdriver, like many of them, has a removable bottom, and you can store bits. It comes with a bunch of bits. But what's really interesting about this is, get up close to this and show you. I don't know, maybe you can't see this. We'll pretend. Right now I'm turning it clockwise as if I'm tightening a screw, holding onto this ring, and I'm turning the handle backwards, and yet the tip is still turning clockwise. Isn't that amazing? So all that effort is driving the screw forward. I can flip the switch, and now it's running in reverse. And they had that in two sizes, the small and the large.
That is, I might steal this.
And those are, yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
This is actually,
Ooh, sorry about that. Did you hear that?
yeah. He's the hardware tool one in the family. I've taken the same passion and modernized it. I'm the geek, and so I like the technology stuff. And this is actually a perfect size and a good grip for working on computers and electronics. In last week's episode, I talked about how my motherboard on my laptop died in the middle of us recording that same episode earlier. It died. We didn't know it. We recorded a really good episode, and you never saw that. So I've been using a lot of very bad electronic screwdrivers recently, trying to get it fixed.
Would you like that screwdriver?
Yes. Merry Christmas.
They have those.
Have those? Okay.
You may have that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Does this come off at the end?
I saw you angling. This one I don't think so. I think that one just swivels. It does. So there are times where you're using it like a watchmaker's screwdriver.
Or in electronics. That's awesome.
Neat.
Yeah, thank you. I'll steal this.
I got those two together were like $10. Great deal.
Good.
So,
thank you for that.
you're welcome.
Also,
Merry Christmas, son.
Thank you. Oh, thanks. Also, while we're talking about Christmas, we are smack dab in the middle of our tobacco advent. And we want to take a second just to thank all of you who sent in tobaccos for us to try out your favorite tobaccos. And we are working our way through those. We've got not quite halfway through yet.
If you're not already subscribed, subscribe, and you'll catch those every day leading up to Christmas.
Yeah.
Or
all the way up to and including Christmas. So Christmas, after you've opened the presents and need to get away from your family, come check out day 25 of Advent, Tobacco Advent. We're going to be posting all of those on tobaccoadvent.com as well. We would just like to know what is your favorite tobacco and what are you enjoying smoking and smoking in, smoking on.
What's
whom
on your,
are you smoking
what's on
with?
your wish list?
Yes. Send it to us, and we'll make sure that your wives get a copy. And what are you enjoying this holiday season?
Hey, for those of you who are on Google Plus, put us in your circle, and then anybody else who's on Google Plus, who's
Which is
following you in your
most
circle,
everyone
yeah,
these
we
days.
all are, then they'll see the video and they'll hear and see the comment that you post about, oh, I'd really like to get my hands on whatever this is.
Yeah, one of those blue twisty screwdrivers from Lowe's. And then in social media, just hashtag with Tobacco Advent, and we'll pull some of those, try to put them on the website and share alike. We would just love to see what you guys are enjoying this season and what we're enjoying.
Enough self-promotion.
Was that
Visit
self-promotion?
aristocob.com.
One last thing, I think that is, yeah, this is, yeah. So we would never, ever film videos ahead of time.
No,
so
we
to
are filming
prove
exactly
today, to prove that that we are, like we're, how
this is ripped from the headlines.
Yeah, you've
right?
seen those like Taken, and they always make the hostage hold up today's newspaper. Well, we just want to show proof of life, as it were. That
So, first off, did you catch the news today?
absolutely yes.
So
every morning.
What was the one thing that stood out from those? Let's talk politically. For
Sure.
How about those Republicans?
How about them?
Well, do you notice how they're disagreeing with the Democrats?
All the time. I don't. If it's not one thing, it's something else entirely.
Yeah.
And what about the thing that they were disagreeing on this morning? That was pretty. It's low.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Can't we all just get along, bipartisan, and whatnot, please? Also,
We could almost hold up today's newspaper.
we could, but we don't need to. Also, finally, last bit today, I want to encourage you, talking about self-promotion. My wife and I have recently started a channel and website. Channel is Markwood Adventures, ripped from his last name.
Well, and my bride and I used to do a newsletter called...
They did, Markwood Adventures.
Wow, isn't that a clever name you picked up there?
We
stopped using it, it became public domain.
If you don't get the .com, it doesn't exist in real life. I have the .com. My wife and I have been,
Seth'sAJerk.com.
yeah. My wife and I have been posting some videos on there of just random stuff. She sent one of the videos series that I highly recommend you watching. She sent me on a scavenger hunt for our 5-year anniversary and told me to document the whole trip.
And what gave her that idea?
Well, you'll find out if you watch the scavenger hunt, because I explain where she got the idea.
Okay.
But the short version is I proposed to her with a scavenger hunt. And really, we do some sort of trickery, scavengery thing, usually about once a year. One of us will do something like that and create something. It's a lot of fun, and we enjoy it. So check out those videos. It's cool. Markwood Adventures. You can find markwoodadventures.com. My wife and I are blogging there as well. So something a little bit different. She is much cooler than I am. And I am much cooler than some other people. So if you're watching only one channel, it should be that one.
Cobb.com.
All right.
All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah,
We'll see you. We'll see you next week, and hey, we'll see you tomorrow.
That's right.
As we continue the countdown towards
The
Christmas.
Tobacco Advent. So see you in the morning. Bye.